Cool. So what we're going to do is obviously I've kind of finished up where we've got with the with our video clips, and I think with the time that you did like a really, really good job, especially since we had half the amount of classes because of reasons that we won't talk about. So, excellent. So I've gone through those, and some of them were really, really good. Some of you managed to actually get into doing your animations, which were awesome. Your symbols were really cool. So, well, like I said, what I did was I put them all together. I don't know if you've been into my YouTube channel, but I grabbed every single symbol that you did, and I put them together into one gigantor animation, just for something to do. So that is pretty much everybody's symbol as part of your animation. So we can zoom around here.
Hey, it's my son's house.
Yeah, they're all in there. So I'll put this up on the blog tonight. It's on YouTube at the moment. It's actually, I've made a video clip where it actually runs through. Guys, I remember what we said. I've got to record this for the other guys. So I put this clip up on YouTube, and it actually animates and runs through and moves around. It's got some catchy songs. So there's all your symbols because, let's face it, I've got no life, so I spend them doing that. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we've got about 3 sessions, technically, before the end of the term. And obviously, this being a colour group, you're not going on to next semester doing this. So I wanted to do something that we could start and complete in the next 3 sessions, but let's just say we've got 2 because something will come up. So we'll see how we go. So this is what we're going to do, okay? Bring it up here. So I don't know if you've heard of Doodle for Google or Google. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of Google, but essentially, when you go to Google and every now and then you see different symbols up in the top corner where their Google symbol is. They actually have quite a lot of those. Now, they do these almost every single day. Someone's job is to sit there and to draw these pictures. Now, they're obviously not just pretty pictures. They represent something that's happening on that day. So, Henry Lawson's birthday was a few days ago, and we've got that there. Father's Day. We've got Grenada's Millennium. Remember, this is all around the world. We've got Philippine Independence Day, which is actually animated. This one was really cool. You probably saw this one. That was a really cool one. Dragon Boat Festival. So they're all around the world. They do these. So that's why you may not have seen some of these. Hey, look, it's my uncle. You may not have seen some of these because they would only appear in Spain or in France or in the Philippines. But yeah, they all are there to represent. There's Poland and Russia to represent something that happened that day, okay? And they're pretty cool. And you can obviously see there's a theme running through here. Most of them have either the Google image, like the Google word itself. You can kind of see them there as well. Or the colors, or even kind of the shapes to represent Google. So it's that kind of topography that you associate with Google. And yeah, they've got like 1,500s. That's another really cool one. 1,500 of these things. And they're not just static images. If I show you, let's go to Maurice Sendak one. So this is the guy that did the book Where the Wild Things Are. And if I hit play, it now comes into this cool little animation. Not too dissimilar from the Flash stuff that you guys did. Okay, so this would have probably been done in Flash, like you did, and then probably converted into like HTML5 so you can view it on iPads and stuff like that. And this keeps on going, and you can see they're really simple animations. You could do those really simply with movie clips, and then he jumps across. The water's just moving, and it keeps on going. So that's a pretty cool one. You probably haven't heard of Saul Bass unless you're Hitchcock fans, possibly. He is a guy from the 50s. 40s. I'm kind of getting my age there. But he's what's called a title designer. He did the titles of all these really old classic movies. So if we play this one, again, it's not just Google's words, but this is like a whole video, which is really cool. And that's the thing, yeah, it's representing all the titles that he'd done in all these movies. Well, they kind of, took that theme from Saul Bass. They kind of nicked it from him. Spartacus. So again, these are all movies that he's done titles to. But again, Google. Really cool stuff. So, and that's a video that keeps on going. You probably can't see this clear on the screen, but it'll be clear on the video when you watch back. Yeah, we've seen Maurice. And then we've got some pretty cool ones. This is the one that's up there at the moment. This is today, google.com.au. That's what you'll see right now. If you go to Google, you'll see that one there, which is the first day of winter. This one's really cool. But not only that, check it. I can record it. What a great song. And then stop it, and then I can play it back. And it makes a website for you. So that's now saved, so you can go back to your song whenever you want. And play it back. Pretty cool. And then we've got, I don't know if you're into Star Trek. This is a Star Trek one. If I click on the door, it opens up. And I can go into the door. So it's pretty cool. And then finally there's one, I'll show you one more because I'm sure you've seen this one as well. Where you can actually, so I'm using my keys now. So you can actually play the Google Pac-Man game. Oh, I'm so good at Pac-Man. Power pill. Yeah. Oh wait, I thought I could hit them with the power pill. Oh, I can. Power pill. Alright, come here, guys. Anyway, I'll close that up because I'll be here all day. But you get the idea. So they've got lots and lots and lots of these doodles that they're called essentially. All right.
Olympics, like for each.
Yeah, they did stack. So I'll quickly just show you this little video because this will probably sum up what I think could be one of the coolest jobs in the world. All right, we'll just quickly play this, and then I'll get to why we're doing all this.
I always drew no matter what I was doing or thinking about doing with my life, you know, sort of wondering about my career, you know, when I was 8 years old, which, like, what do you know about careers when you're 8?
I remember getting in trouble in school for it, but my parents were, you know, I was pretty fortunate. They always encouraged it.
I grew up drawing a lot of flowers and girly stuff like unicorns and princesses. I took that seriously enough to convince my mom that I wanted to do it professionally.
I remember drawing lots of dinosaurs. I would take my dad's printer paper and I would just make books filled with dinosaurs.
I do remember when I started drawing, I did a comic book with my friend Eric about a mouse that became a giant mutant. It was heavily influenced by the Ninja Turtles. It was just something fun that kids did, and it's something that I just never stopped doing.
There's sometimes a lot of pressure in the art world that you have to feel like you need to be completely sure of what you're trying to do. What I would have told myself if I could go back in time and talk to myself is just that it's okay to make mistakes and kind of take your time to figure out how you want to express yourself.
We kind of grow up thinking that it's this very intimidating, very out of reach kind of goal to put yourself through art school or to, you know, have to draw every single day. And those things are not nearly as intimidating or impossible as a lot of people made it out to be when I was growing up.
I think above all, you should focus on having fun and enjoying yourself. That's what art is all about for me and for all of us, really.
Pretty cool. So their job is to essentially just sit there and draw stuff. You know, they come. Someone would give them a theme. All right, today is Henry Lawson's birthday. Let's go, draw me a picture, and that's all they do. And it's Google, so they're probably getting paid pretty well to do that. All right, so this is what you guys are going to do. So this doodle for Google, they do it every couple of years, and it's open. This is only for Australia. This one, okay? It's open to certain age groups. You're in the years 7 to 8 group. And you have the opportunity to do one of those Google Doodles, okay? One of those Google images. The theme, all right, is if I was an explorer, I would. So that's your brief. That's your theme. And that's all you've got. You've got to go with those words. Now, when I show you what you can win, that will probably make sense on what they're talking about there. Let's go to judges and prizes. All right, so this is what you can win, and I really, really want you to win, and you'll see why in a minute because prizes are for me.
$10,000.
All right, so the winning doodle will be hosted on Google Australia's homepage, which I think is worth more than any of these prizes. The fact that your image will be seen by everybody in Australia, because let's face it, everybody kind of uses Google. Everyone in Australia will see your image. Your image will be plastered to how many people are in Australia these days? We're talking
23 million.
Yeah, it's a couple. Okay, so you can say that 23 million people have seen your artwork. That's got to get you a job somewhere. All right. So that's pretty cool. You also get $10,000 worth of technology equipment for your school. Yay for me. A Chromebook for you guys. Chromebooks are pretty cool. And a Nexus 7 tablet. And also, you're a winner, which is cool. And then also linking to humanities that we're talking about here. Oh, what a link. A trip to the Antarctic on board the Australian Arctic Exhibition. But then there's the kicker for one teacher. That would be me. Nominated by the National Winners School. So I would really like to go to Antarctica. So that's what you win. But obviously,
That's what we win. What you
We're
win.
winning stuff.
you win like the power to say I was on Google. I get to go to Antarctica. Oh, they're even.
Can I be the teacher? That's price.
You try being the student first, and then we'll work on the teacher. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So you can see. Oh, sorry. You get a certificate. Who needs to go to Antarctica when you've got a certificate?
Me.
Oh, when I'm in Antarctica playing with the emperor penguins, you'll be at home with your certificate. I don't know. Anyway, so they're pretty cool. So you can see, Antarctica. So they're talking about Antarctica because we know about our explorers in Antarctica. We've been talking about Mawson. So the theme is, if I was an explorer, I would. But exploring isn't just about, finding places. Exploring is about finding, you're exploring something, you're finding information, you're finding out something about yourself. You can explore English by reading, you can explore the stars by traveling, you can explore music by listening. It's all about how you explore something, all right? And that is your theme, and that's what you need to do. So, we'll go for, I've got a couple more things here I want to show you. So again, you can see how they get a theme, and these are the professional ones, obviously, and they work in their images into that theme.
Can we say last time's winners?
Yeah, I'll bring them up in a sec.
As a movie, do you reckon we'll get more points? That's the iron.
Oh, yeah, I think so. And again, you can see how they're worked in there. So one thing I would make sure is I'm doing the Google images, the Google words in there. That one's cool. Lions are fighting each other. But yeah, pretty cool. That one's just a picture. So if you want to see the last one.
Doodle history.
Alright, so here is 2011's winner. I can't remember the theme of that. I think it was environment.
I can't repeat that. Doodle history.
No, that talks about this. The Doodle for Google stuff, how long I've been doing it. There's like 1,500 of them. Okay, all that kind of stuff. There's a template here that you can use, which is just the Google colors and the font, and then like an outline, and then a dashed outline, so it's harder to see. Now you don't have to use these. In fact, I probably think you'd probably be better off not using those, being really, really original. But here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to create your own Doodle Google with that theme, but I want you to do it using the software and techniques that we've kind of discovered and used this semester. So that could be Photoshop.
Chicken and a dinosaur.
All right, that could be Photoshop. You could draw your image. You could do whatever you want with it. You might draw some kind of explorer. You could do your clone tools, all that kind of cool stuff that you've done. You can do it in Photoshop, or you might want to do it in Flash. Okay, make an animated one. Now I made a really, really quick one in that break. While I was waiting for you to come up, so I'll play mine. So here's my G. Woo! Yay, Explorer. Okay, so pretty simple. And then you might follow that through, and you do the O, and the O could be the world spinning around, and someone's exploring it, and the L could be a rocket taking off to space, or whatever. So you do your animation to suit that theme. So that's what you guys are going to do for the next 2, hopefully 3 lessons, but I want to get them finished, because I'm going to register us so we can actually enter them. So let's just say that we've only got 2 sessions to do it in, and then we have that third one up our sleeve. Just go back to get this finished, to get this Doodle for Google done. So what I want you guys to do today is think about that theme. if I was an explorer, I would. What could you show? What could you talk about? And then maybe start sketching out some ideas about how it could look, what you might do, if you want to have it as just a 2D image or if you want to animate it. So those ones that we saw that were animated were pretty simple. They were just flash, really, 2 frames coming back and forth, not too dissimilar from what you did with your music video. So I think you can make some really, really cool ones. But yeah, that's what I want you to do today. So if you can think of the theme, think about what you want to do, what you want to animate, and then start sketching it out, doing a rough copy, and then that leaves us one session to create it. All right? If we can start creating it today, that would be even better. So that is our job. And it needs to be finished so I can enter them before you leave on holidays.
Can we roll more paper off and then put them into say Photoshop or something?
Yeah, if you want. I've put this template on the server, so you can open this up in Photoshop if you want to use this. Or yeah, you can sketch it out on paper and you can scan that in, or you can do whatever. Or you can. I would advise, if you're doing Flash, just to draw this out from scratch in Flash. You can do that as well. Completely up to you. So you're completely free to do this. And the last little kicker is I'm not helping you at all because I don't think I'm allowed to. Even though I want to go to Antarctica, as in I'm not going to help you. I want you to think back to the stuff you did in Photoshop, the stuff you did in Flash, and try and remember that. Try to experiment. Okay, ask each other, ask your friends. Oh, remember when we did this? How do I do that? I want to see if you can remember all of those little things that we learned from each other. I'm going to purposely not help you at all today. All right? So you're on your own. And this way I can see if you remembered all those cool skills that we did. All right, so that's today. So let's see if we can get, like I said, done by today, the idea, the sketches, and hopefully starting on this. Because I want to go to Antarctica, and you guys want a certificate. Yay! All right, good work.